Hello, Dumaguete.
Hello, Negros Oriental.
Hello, Sillimanians around the world.
This is Joshua Soldivillo.
And this is Ronelyn Faith Vailoces-No.
You're watching
Silliman.
Good evening, everyone. This is a magazine show that talks about different aspects of Silliman University, a program initiated to discuss different matters concerning the campus by the sea. You are watching Silliman. Hello there, Sillimanians and friends of Silliman around the world. Dagang salamat for joining us tonight. And of course, as you join us, we bid you an excellent state of health, that you are alert, alive, awake, and of course, enthusiastic. And of course, to our Sillimanians abroad and our subscribers also outside the Philippines, stay safe, no? And continue supporting us. Now, tonight, friends, we have a very special set of guests. Not because one of them was my former teacher way back in college, but this department is so unique, because they are part of this continuum, diba, of history and of course current events. Now, I'm talking about the History and Political Science Department, and I'd like to begin introducing the chairperson of the same department, Assistant Professor John Barry Nuico. Sir John, welcome back to Silliman.
Hello, it's great to be back.
All right. And of course, we have here the research coordinator. We have Assistant Professor John Antoni Credo. Sir John, welcome to Silliman.
Hello,
sir.
Joshua. It's been a while.
It's been a while, yeah, truly. And of course, to represent the students of the department, we have here Miss Dyna, Caeira, Dael. Caeira, welcome to Silliman.
Hello, thank you.
Right, now let's begin our conversation right away, no? Because I have so many questions, no, to throw to you this morning. Let us begin first with, because when you talk about the political science department at the university, no, I would say that others would say this is a very vibrant department, in the local term, sadya, no? But what do you think makes it political science and history department in your own level, especially, in the day-to-day, no? Because right now, there are so many things that are happening, diba? So, let's start with Caeira here. As a political science student, do you have a specific event right now that you are following, like in terms of updates, news? Babad ka talaga?
Yes, actually, especially now since it's the Women's Month.
Right.
Yeah, here in...
Happy Women's Month.
Hell yeah. But essentially what we're currently following right now, the issue with regards to Congressman Santay and his words that he used against the actress, Ann Curtis Smith.
Uh-oh.
So we're following that closely, especially as women, because I don't know, I just don't like what he said.
Yeah.
I don't like what he said, and I'm very happy that Ann Curtis Smith basically responded
Right.
and shut him down. So
Ayun. So these are one of the things na you are interested as a political science
Yes.
student. All right. How about Sir John Antoni here?
Well, I think
Aside
it
from
could
Ann
be-
Curtis.
Yeah. She used to be my crush.
I know, you mentioned that in our class.
You still remember
I
that?
still remember that.
Well, if you talk about an interesting news today, I think it would be the approval of the Justice Committee in the lower house of the new set of impeachment complaint against Sara Duterte. So
Right.
we're looking forward to that and how that would play when it reaches, the plenary, and when Congress or when the lower house shall
Yeah.
vote
Correct.
on these complaints.
Will it be able to get, the needed
Yes,
votes?
precisely.
Ilang vote nga kailangan doon, sir, so that it can be transmitted to the Senate? Is it 2/3, 1/3?
I think I'm not very particular with the number, but the news items reveal that they are confident to get more than 50%
50%. Wow.
of the members of the House.
Well, we will see how things
We
will
will see.
unfold.
That's what's
in that
interesting.
regard. Right. Thank you, sir. That's truly interesting. How about you, Sir John? From women's rights to the impeachment complaints, what is your matter on the table?
right now I'm fixated on, believe it or not, Bitcoin.
Bitcoin?
And cryptocurrency. I know the market is crashing now,
Right.
but as they say, when there's blood in the water, that's where sharks come in. People are selling, but I'm doing the exact opposite.
Okay, you are buying.
Yeah, because this is a part of the insurance in case something happens with war, oil, stuff like that.
Okay. So very interesting, no? From the impeachment to Bitcoin to women's rights. Now, let's dive in now into our discussion with respect to your academic unit, the history and political science department. Sir John, as the chairperson right now of the department, please share to us the current offerings of the department, both in the undergraduate and graduate programs.
We are actually open for enrollment. In fact, we have lots of programs in store for each and everyone, especially in the history. Our coordinator, Dr. Cleope, has many things lined up, especially geared towards the 2026 more upgraded stuff going
Okay.
on.
Shout out to Sir Earl Jude. Hi, Sir Earl Jude.
Yeah, and as far as I'm concerned, for Pulsai,
Yeah.
we also have several things going on, including the research thing. I'd like to give the mic to Sir Credo about the latest thing about the research.
Okay.
Yeah.
Say, go ahead, Sir John.
Yes, insofar, let me just add to what our chair has mentioned. We offer two programs, the Bachelor of Arts in History, and these are undergraduate programs, and then Bachelor of Arts in Political Science. We accept all tracks from senior
So
high.
you are not struck specific.
Yes,
Okay.
all tracks are accepted. We do not have any entrance exam. There are
Okay.
no interviews, so we are open to the market, so to speak.
Okay.
We also have a graduate program. Currently, we have the MA History program, and soon we will be opening an
exciting
MA
yan.
program in political science.
Wow.
Probably the timetable is 1 to 2 years.
Okay.
We have completed recently the
Feasibility study.
feasibility
Okay.
study, which is one of the requisites.
Right.
And so we are in the process of, coming up with a curriculum that's not only unique to Silliman or uniquely Sillimanian, but is also responsive to the changing structure. When I say structure, the conditions
Right.
and our times. So we are moving towards that direction. And then also to add to what Jan Barry said, the program of the Political Science Department has a thesis component.
thesis.
Yes, so all fourth years need to, really, in order to graduate, need to submit a thesis.
Yeah, and defend.
And defend it. This is not individual. It's on a per group program, a per group submission. One group would compose around 3 to 4 students, but maximum of 4 students. No? But most of the groups are composed of 3. And what makes this more interesting, Josh, is that this year we were able to secure the support of one of the outstanding Sillimanian awardees. I'm referring to Professor George Sidney Silliman,
Right.
California State University. He was generous enough to lend his name and to give $10,000 US.
$10,000 US dollars?
Yes, this $10,000
sorry.
US dollars.
Sorry, medyo OA ako doon. But 10,000?
The $10,000 US dollars has been
Okay.
deposited already, and every year $700 will be allocated for the award.
Wow.
So it's going to be given to the group whose thesis will be adjudged or will be chosen by the faculty as the best among the theses that
And
have
this
been
will
submitted.
start this school year na or next? Starting this school year?
We will be announcing the winner on Monday.
Wow, congrats guys. Papapizza naman kayo dyan.
And so the winning group will receive a medal from the Strategic Partnership Office of Professor Casino,
Right.
si Gang, and of course the cash award from Dr. Silliman.
Wow. So ayan ha. So And of course, no, hinting to our students, especially our senior high school students, no, that's just one of the incentives no, that you can get when you become part of the history and political science family. Now, speaking of students, we have Caeira here. Of course, Caeira, there are so many senior high school students watching our episode right now. They are curious, bakit ba andyan si Ate Caeira? What is your story of choosing your degree right now, which is Bachelor of Arts in Political Science?
Yes. Well, actually, I'm a transferee. I'm a transferee from a different school. I used to take psychology, but then when I entered Silliman, they offered me political science. Now, political science was always an interest of mine. So I decided, you know what, why not? Why not? Ma'am Juliet asked me, would you go back to psychology? I said, no, I'll finish Pol Sci. And then so far in my journey here in Pol Sci, I really have come to enjoy it. I really enjoy some of the professors' lectures and everything. And especially what's great about political science and history is that you get to look at the past, examine the present, and then predict the future.
Ay,
so,
pakiulit nga nun, Caeira. Ang ganda nun. Okay, ulitin natin yun. You can
you get to look at the past,
look at the past,
examine the present,
okay,
and then predict the future.
parang Instagram caption yun,
Yes.
But well, that's a very beautiful way of how we can put things together. No? Now, since you have the floor right now, you are also the president of the, how do you call your organization?
The History and Political Science Society.
All right. So as the president right now, what are your initiatives? Do you have activities that you also wish to promote to our audience?
So, yes, we actually do have activities right now, especially right now. We're actually holding our History and Political Science Week 2026. The theme is Tinig ng Katotohanan, Holding Power Accountable.
Tinig. Okay, let's say that again. Tinig ng Katotohanan,
Holding Power Accountable.
Holding power accountable.
So what we intend to do
Grabe
is...
yung hugot, Sir John, yung mga team nyo this week.
Accountable.
Yeah. So what we intend to do, what we intend to do with History and Political Science Week, it's actually quite unique. History and Political Science Week. It's because of the fact that we mix satire with the serious stuff. So we have the serious stuff first, and then we have satire as a way to commentate on what's happening nowadays.
Right.
Especially since here in the Philippines, grabe yung anti-corruption na protests right now,
Yes.
your anti-corruption na mga talks, and then all the
Pero
things.
grabe yung tingin ni
Yes.
Caeira sa akin, Sir John, pag sabi niya, anti-corruption. Ano nakakasali doon, Caeira? But I see the passion. I appreciate the passion. Right.
But yeah, so that's what we're intending to do. So we have essay writing contests with our own society.
Yan.
We also have debates, satirical debates, and incoming this Friday, hopefully if we're able to push it, it's the Ginoo at Binibining History at Political Science.
Ay, may paganon din.
Yes, it's a satirical pageant.
Okay.
Yes.
So to summarize, I think you have you have a creative, critical way of celebrating your week, no? All right. Now, Sir John, we're just going to pause for a short but before we pause for a short break, in terms of the membership of the faculty right now at the Political Science and History Department, what do you think are the strengths right now in terms of because I remember, but I think Professor Magtulis is already retired, no? But like, there's a geography, meron din. Of course, Sir Cleope would be more on history. What are the strengths right now in terms of faculty composition?
We are varied. Many of us are very capable of handling other matters, but we are very strong in terms of research and in terms of talking about political points. I can point out some specific teachers who
Sure.
have, great capacity when it comes to talking about current events. And basically, we are well aware or well versed of what's going on around the world. So, generally speaking, I think we're fine.
Okay. See, would you like to add on that, Sir John? On your, because are there specialties right now that you are
I
trying
think
to develop?
to add to what Professor Nuico said, we have teachers there who are, specialists. For example, Professor Romawa specializes in American history.
Yeah.
Professor Silliman can talk about Asian history, Asian civilization. And then we have Professor Nuico here, who also handles Philippine history. Insofar as the political science department is, or the program is concerned, I'm specializing on a unique field right now, and that's in Philippine politics.
Philippine politics.
So I teach my students on, how is Philippine politics done by Filipinos? How do we do our politics? Okay, so we
Interesting.
talk about patron-client relations, we talk about machine politics, we talk about political dynasties.
Yeah.
Okay, we talk about boss politics and the use of violence in Philippine politics. So these things, so we specialize on these things. So as John said, it's really a unique, department,
That's the word.
and there are specializations handled by individual faculty members.
Right. Thank you so much for that, Sir John. Now, we're just going to pause for a short break. But when we come back, I heard that you are also hosting an international conference, and that's going to happen this month of April. And of course, let's also talk about now the initiatives of the department in the areas of instruction, in the areas of extension, and of course for the students, what are also your plans for next school year? Well, friends, all of that and more when #Silliman returns. Please stay with us.
Silliman University.
Come and explore the campus by the sea here in the heart of the city. From an industrial school with 15 boys
to a university campus with more than 10,000 students, Silliman University stands today as one of the leading Christian institutions in the country.
Continuing to write stories over a century later.
So, why Silliman?
Because here, everyone has a place.
Because here, community ignites spirit.
Because here, we embrace academic excellence, inclusivity and diversity, justice with compassion, and a care for the environment, a total holistic development.
Because here, each one tells a story.
Kahit diri sa Silliman.
Dahil dito sa Silliman.
以安呢不呢非西利曼，因为在西利曼。なぜなら西利曼では
Victory in Silliman.
Karena di Silliman.
Because here in Silliman,
We are home.
So come, start your story with us.
Welcome back, and you are still watching #Silliman, and we're still joined by our katiponeros here from the History and Political Science Department, Sir John, Sir Barry, and of course, Caeira. Now, Caeira, let's start with you now because, of course, as a student leader, and as a student of political science, I'm just curious, how are you guys as students ng political science? Because they would say na, you are, what is the safe adjective for this?
Rowdy.
Rowdy, mga, Kayo na ng adjective sa baka ko na mabash ng mga political science. But of course, you have a certain, let us say, a reputation, so to speak, not at the university. But can you share to us, how is it being a political science student, and how wonderful it is to be part of the same department?
Well, I think I can essentially group the Pol Sci students, well, history and Pol Sci students. I believe we have 9 history students now, right now, sir. So, I believe now we can group them into 2. So there's the rowdy.
Okay. So ang group A,
rowdy ones.
Okay.
The rowdy ones. They're the loud ones, essentially. The loud ones, the ones that we love having around.
Of course.
And then there are the studious ones, the ones that we rely on.
so it's a teamwork.
It's a teamwork.
Okay.
So you have the face and you have the brains.
Ay,
diba?
gusto ko
Ganyan.
yun.
So that's basically how it works
Yeah.
right now sa among environment.
But in terms of your academic experience, what is your favorite experience? Like the highlight, like for example, is it more on, like especially when you have your classes, because especially in the majors, no? Ano bang, how does it when you are a student there? Are you more on debate? Are you more on reporting? Are you working on thesis projects or community?
So when you're in the first year here in Pol Sci and history, you are essentially being bombarded with GE subjects. And then when you become a second year student, they're the majors. The majors are entering there. So basically, in my opinion, you don't actually become a full-fledged history and political science society student until you become second year. Because that's where all the majors are. That's where all the majors are. So by then, you get to meet most of the professors. Most of the professors, and most of them actually encourage us to do reportings. A lot of reportings, and there are in-class debates that are happening, especially during the Q&A portion. Oh my gosh, you should really see us in Q&A portions, because we debate, and it takes really long to finish one debate.
How about you, Assistant Professor Nuico? What is your style also when you are in the classroom? Like, do you also let your students, group themselves and do brainstorming, or you are more of, making them write papers, or it's a mixture of everything?
I make them talk. I make them either debate, interpret things. I make them do dramas if they can. Because I want them to put themselves in the first-person perspective when it comes to history. So I really let them get in there and, either talk, interpret, or simply, if they're the shy types, then okay, you can write a term paper. Oh, and I also started this thing where I asked them to replicate replicas and stuff like that. The outcome was really fantastic.
Replicas of
Balangay, Manunggul jar.
Okay.
They really help out.
Okay.
And those who cannot mold, they paint. And they paint really well.
Wow. Baka we can exhibit them here in the library,
I was planning actually to do that.
So we look forward to seeing those exhibits, dear history students. Now, how about naman at the Pol Sci approach, Sir John? I'm sure it's more on argumentative, ano ba yan? Debates
on the contrary, I'm more into, I would consider myself as a purist, no? When it comes to being a political science professor. And so, I go back to what political science really is all about.
Okay.
And so what I do with my students is that I engage them with the course. And the course is a reading course. It's a reading course. And so not only because I handle also the research program, but even in non-research courses that I handle, I really bombard my students. I hate to use the term because it might drive away students who are listening. Students who might probably be thinking of enrolling in the political science program.
So, ibubombard pala kami.
They might think of the shores of Normandy if I mention that. And so, yes, I bombard them with readings because it's only through reading these journal articles, these researches, that they're able to articulate themselves. They're able to argue because, these researches that I ask them to read, and by the way, I always tell my students this, these researches or these articles are cherry-picked. Meaning to say, I've read them, my professors before have also read them, they've introduced them to me, they have been tested, and so when you get to read them, they really, bring out introduce you to the best argument insofar as this particular issue is concerned. So for example, democratization, or let's say, for example, authoritarianism or authoritarian rule. And so there are specific authors that you would recommend. So it's a reading course, and so I do that to my students.
Okay. Now, since you've been talking about that, Professor Credo, let's just extend that a bit, no? Because right now, I'm sure almost everyone has social media, and of course, social media is a meeting place of so many opinions, fake news, misinformation, so on and so forth, no? And of course, I think everyone has become a political analyst, no? On Facebook. What is your recommendation, Sir John, when we try to analyze a political phenomenon? Do you have a framework, or let's say a protocol or a process on how you can logically and soundly analyze political phenomena?
Yeah, you have to, if you're trained in, if you're a trained political science practitioner,
step 1, step 2, step 3.
You have to look at phenomenon from different frames. There are different frames already that have been introduced by quite a number of scholars. And so you analyze these, let's say, for example, events from the interpretation or from the frames provided by scholars.
Right.
Say, for example, there's one group, let me just mention this.
Yeah,
There's one group of students right now who did a thesis analyzing the struggles of poor families or poor individuals in urban areas. This is a replication of a study done by a renowned political scientist by the name of Ben Kerkviet, who did a study on the struggle of poor families and poor individuals in rural areas.
Okay.
So he analyzed the struggle of people in the urban areas through the lens of Kerkviet. And so it was an interesting study because it brought out a different perspective, a different understanding of how poor families in the urban areas struggle, and what are the power dynamics happening between the rich and the poor in the urban areas. And so we do that in political science. You always analyze it using a lens or using a frame.
Right. And that brings me to my question to Sir John Barry now, because how do we frame history, therefore, given that in our current analysis, it's very varying, it's multi-perspective. So is there such thing as an absolute history, or the history depends on the historian?
Actually, the history...
Sorry, that might be a big question to unpack, but just in conjunction to the explanation of Professor Credo earlier.
Actually, I agree with history depends on the historian, because a big part of history revolves around who actually remembered it, who took down notes, and who actually archived everything.
Right.
So a huge chunk of history was lost over time. It depends on who's the one recording it or whose side you're on. So different perspectives. So as a historian, you need to look at both sides before coming to a conclusion.
Right. So studying history also requires, again, no, analysis and multiple sources. No? Kumbaga, there has to be triangulation on your end. No? Now, how about you, Caeira, how do you also plan and intend to, though this is long-term, medium to long-term goals, but how do you intend to apply your knowledge and skills right now, your competence as a political science student? Do you look forward to enrolling, say, at the College of Law, or you would proceed foreign affairs? So what would be your intention?
Well, right now, my parents actually want me to become a lawyer. So
do you object?
A little bit, a little bit. But actually, it's nice. It's nice to go down that route because afterwards, I could pursue my masters if I wanted to. If I wanted to, nothing's fixed at this moment. I think I'm still young. I hope. I think I'm still too young for that. But since I'm in third year, I kind of have to think about it.
Yes.
Yeah. So probably law. So a lot of the fourth years actually right now, as far as I know, they're actually going around getting their TORs and everything because of law school admissions. So most of the political science students that I know intend to become lawyers.
Ayun. And I think this is really a very good, ground to prepare to forge, your path towards becoming a lawyer someday because it gives you the backbone, really, Now, Sir Barry and Sir John, no? Because they may say that probably if I enroll in the AB History or AB Pulsar program, I'll just end up also in the academe. Let's talk about possible career pathways. I think one of the mostly mentioned ones would be, again, it's a good pre-law, but aside from going to law school, what are the other career opportunities for AB History and AB Political Science graduates so that our audience will be informed as well?
There is a wide horizon of career opportunities and choices. I would like to speak for the program of political science. For example, I think a year ago, I invited two of my classmates, graduated also from the department many years ago, and now they are career military officers. One is serving in the Philippine Air Force, and now he is with the Presidential Security Command, and one is serving as a battalion commander in a unit in the Philippine Army, and they carry ranks of colonel. Okay? They're not PMAers. They're graduates of the political science program, and then after that, they decided to take the officer candidate school. And they started as young lieutenants in the armed forces, and then worked their way up, and now they're career military officers. And so it's a misnomer to think that once you graduate from the department as a political science graduate, you will end up a pol sci teacher or a social studies teacher. And so better plan your career in education perhaps.
Correct.
Take how many units of education so that you can be a social studies teacher. We also have graduates who have taken that route. They have ended up being senior high school teachers. But interestingly, we also have political science graduates that I know who were my friends before, who did not only become lawyers, but also served in government. One is also serving the private sector. One is even a banker. And one is a successful businessman who is doing a successful business here in Dumaguete.
Wow.
Yeah, so there is a very wide horizon of being a political science.
And I think, I would agree that that's a misconception among many na pag pol-sci lang, ay siguro pang pre-law lang yan. But that's a wide array of career opportunities for you guys. And I think listening to them right now, it's more on the critical, creative tools that will be trained, and this gives you so much flexibility in the future. How about for AB History, Sir Barry?
More or less the same with the political science program. We are very varied when it comes to, successful people in life. Many become politicians, bosses, even CEOs.
CEOs.
Yeah. So it's not just, hey, I'm a history or pol sci, I'll be at academe. No, you can actually go out there and spread your wings.
There's so many opportunities waiting for you. Now, talking about opportunities, I heard that you're also offering this opportunity to present and professionally develop political scientists, political science teachers, and students. You are actually organizing an international conference. Let's talk about that. What can you share to us on that, Sir Credo?
Yes, this coming 28 to 30 April, we will be hosting Silliman University through the Political Science Department. Will be hosting the 2026 Philippine Political Science Association International Conference.
Wow.
We're expecting around 350 participants. As a matter of fact, many have already registered as paper presenters and as non-presenters. We already have reservations in the dormitories because we've offered 2 dormitories as
Okay.
Yeah.
So we will
campus
be
housing.
housing them. Okay.
Yes, of course, we gave them the freedom. What we provided was the dormitory as an option. It's a cheaper alternative.
Right.
But others probably already have reservations
What
in
is
the
the
hotel.
overall theme of this conference,
The
sir?
theme for this year's conference is democracy, navigating the tensions between division and unity. I think that is the theme.
Since this is international, we are
Yeah.
expecting international counterparts.
Yeah, we're expecting, there's even a delegation from Taiwan.
Taiwan.
The Taiwanese Political Science Association will be joining us. We have the usual Filipinists. When I say Filipinists, I'm referring to foreign scholars, Americans, most of them, who have studied Philippine politics. So David Timberman will be here, Paul Hutchcroft might probably be coming. I know that Mark Thompson of City University of Hong Kong will also be here.
Wow.
And so a lot of scholars will be here. The entire department of the University of the Philippines, Political Science Department, Diliman, will be coming over. As a matter of fact, they've already made reservations. So it's an interesting gathering of political scientists, pundits, and there's one thing that I would like to also share. Although the audience is quite limited, if you want to attend the parallel sessions, you can by registering and there's a fee. But there is a session which will be organized. We will announce this later in our Facebook page. A session organized by the Philosophy Department because they're partnering with the Political Science Department. Featuring Dr. Julio Tihanki of De La Salle University. Yes, he'll be doing a 1-hour lecture on the current anti-political dynasty bills. What are the features? What are the prospects?
Yeah.
And then what is
because
the future?
there are public consultations
Yes.
right now.
So what's the future insofar as the anti-political dynasty bill is concerned? As you may know, there have been so many attempts because there is a non-executory provision in the Constitution. The problem is it has not moved forward because 90% of members of Congress come from dynasties.
Wow, what an interesting session. And ako din, please reserve me a seat.
Yes.
I look forward to meeting Dr. Tihanki
Yes,
also
yes.
in person. I just watch him on news and reading his political insights on Facebook. Now, Sir John, would you like to invite everyone to join and, of course, be part of this conference?
Yes, please join us. We would be happy to see you there.
All right. Si Sir John, man, a few words, pero very sincere. No, you can really feel the sincerity. How about you naman, Caeira, since they are done promoting now the conference this April. Kailan nga yun, sir?
April 28 to 30.
Ayan, malapit na po. April 28. So, limited slot. So, make sure you
Yes. Josh, if I may add, there are 2 plenary sessions and we've invited 2 very powerful established authors, political scientists who will deliver their pieces. The first plenary speaker is Maria Encarnacion Tadem. So he wrote the book that won an award, National Book Award, Marcos Technocrats. Okay, so that's Dr. Maria Encarnacion Tadem. And then the other speaker is a Japanese, si Wataru Kosaka, who authored also a very powerful book, Moral Politics.
Wow.
So they will be the main speakers in these 2 plenary sessions.
Ayan. Baka kailangan niyo ng moderator, sir.
Yes, yes. We'll consider it.
Cheese bread and kape lang. But again, that really sounds so exciting, and knowing that powerhouse, personalities will be coming in the university, that's really something, that we should all look forward to. Even if you're not a political science student or faculty, I think it's really something that we should look forward to. Now, Caeira, they're done promoting their conference. Let's now also promote your academic programs, no? So, if you will be, since you are the president right now, you are the ambassadress, no? of the political science program. How would you invite and convince them to join your family?
Well,
your two-group family.
Well, this family is always expanding, and we do accept everyone. So if you're interested in everything that you've heard right now, know that if you do come, we will be welcoming you with open arms. And don't worry about the readings, don't worry about the reportings. Your seniors, your ates and kuyas are here to help you.
Yan, di ba? Ganda naman nun. You are really parang having that sense of community at the Political Science Department. Of course, mga history students din natin. Sir John, what is the number to dial, email address to reach out in case they have some inquiries? Go ahead, sir.
I think you could reach us through histopolsci@su.edu.ph. You could email us there for all your inquiries.
Ayun. Do you have a Facebook page, sir? Ba? I think meron,
we have.
What is your Facebook page, Caeira? History and...
Silliman University History Political Science Department, and then there's also the society page.
Ayan. So make sure to follow and like them so that updated kayo.
Yes.
All right. Now, Sir John, aside from all of this, the international conference, what is your message to everyone as we close our interview this evening about, the happenings and how can we become more analytical, critical, and logical in all of this discussion? What is your reminders for everyone?
Siguro maging mapagmasid. Be observant to what's happening. You also listen, but you listen with a critical ear, and you don't only be critical, you really have to inquire. Do not just take things hook, line, and sinker, because as Joshua mentioned earlier, there's a lot of fake news. Facebook is populated by fake news, and so we need to listen, we need to do our own readings, and maging mapagmasid. Let's also be vigilant, because there are lots of people who are trying to hijack what's going on in government right now. Maraming nagpapalabas ng mga witnesses kuno, which will muddle essentially the issues that we are facing right now. And so we have also an emerging social movement. We have people now who are empowered insofar as corruption is concerned. More people are trooping to the streets. They're not anymore the silent people who just observe in the sidelines. So siguro kana ra, maging mapagmasid.
Ayan. Kuya Kim, ikaw ba yan? Thank you, Sir John, for those reminders. And that's, agreed 100%. We have to be vigilant, and, we have to be aware of all of these happenings. And of course, once again, daghang salamat for joining us, everyone, for tonight's episode. I hope you enjoyed our conversation. Keep supporting us, and to God be the glory. Hello there, Sillimanians and friends of Silliman around the world. Daghang salamat for joining us tonight. Continue supporting us. We have our Facebook page. It's called #Silliman. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on your favorite episodes. And of course, we have our YouTube channel na malapit ng mag 1,000 subscribers. So please don't forget to hit the notification bell para updated ka sa aming recent posts. See you there. And of course, every Monday, 8 p.m. on Channel 6 Field Products Dumaguete, we air this episode, and replays are gonna air every Tuesday before the noontime news and Saturday after the noontime news. In behalf of Ronelyn, Vailoces-No, this is Joshua Soldivillo. Kita-kits next week on Hiran #Silliman.
Study the past, examine the present, and predict the future.